Okay. I know this is a loaded question, but I want to ask it anyway. So, what were the most challenging parts to write? What were the most enjoyable parts to write?
Ooh, I loved writing family scenes with Mitra and her sister or her
I
mom and
love their
dad.
dad.
I had a lot of fun with those dynamics. And I would also say writing Mitra and Bee's dialogue and text messages and relationships, the way that they communicate with each other and the way that best friends who know each other really well will play off of each other and be sarcastic and be poking at each other. I had a lot of fun with those conversations. The hardest thing, the never ending poem, writing this thread of the two characters' poetic verses back and forth. And then the rules that I created for them, but then I had to abide by. So things like they don't use terminal punctuation. Every word that a verse ends on, the next person has to start with that word. Those were fun kind of puzzles to create for myself, but then I had to
Yeah.
puzzle my way
You
out
had
of
to
them.
follow the
And then,
rules.
yeah, and creating the two different voices for each of their poetry. I would say, like, the rules that I created and then the different narrative voices were probably some of the more challenging pieces to write, but challenging in a way that it was like a fun puzzle and not in a way that I was like, oh my God, I can't do this. So it was a fun problem that I created for myself.
Yeah. Yeah, challenge yourself. You had to take yourself there. You had
Yeah.
to it helps you just that's obviously very ambitious for your debut, but I bet you feel like you can take on the world after doing that.
It's nice to start with something that breaks format so much because now I feel like, oh, I could go in any direction and that's going to be fun.